Hey guys, in this video I want to show you how you can make simple melodies that sound complicated to everyone else. There's a couple of tricks that I want to show you. The first one is using a chord template or a full range MIDI chord map. I have this pack right here. For this video I'm going to choose the 1/4 minor natural chord progression. I'm just going to drag it in my channel rack. No, accept. Then you should have something like this. I'm gonna Command B to duplicate this. Now we're gonna mute this channel. We're gonna put it somewhere up here. And I'm gonna use piano to compose. Now that you have the chords behind the chord template, you can just add your MIDI notes on top. And it's gonna sound good no matter what. So okay, I'm gonna do this. Get rid of this here, put it here. So right now we're in the root note of C in the minor natural. So it's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna double this up. And now it's gonna go to the 4. Where's the 4? Right here. So the 4th degree of the minor natural scale. And just to show you guys quickly, this is the root note C. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes back to C. But these are the degrees. All right. And right here, I'm doing a minor chord and going in between the note here. And now we're going to do the same thing for this degree. Let's see if it makes sense. Well, that's pretty good, actually. Let's see. Perfect. That sounds really, really good. So, a good trick is to add the root notes right away. Give that bass. And then it's gonna go back here. All right, so right now we have a good start. We're gonna double this up. Now, if you want your melodies to sound complicated and complex, what you could do is invert the chord. So you see here, we played these chords in this way, but here I'm gonna change it, okay? So the way you do this, you just start somewhere else on the chords. And let's see if it makes sense. And then do the same thing here. But let's see if it makes sense. I don't like the way it's starting here. Let's keep this one on the same. Ooh, I think this is pretty good. Let's check it out. That's amazing. All right, so all we did now is follow this chord progression, the 1/4-1/4 chord progression in the minor natural. And if you don't know these numbers, what they mean, I have a video I'm gonna put right here for you. You can check it out. But now everything sounds perfect. Everything sounds good. The second trick that you can do to make your melodies sound complex is to add a top melody and then use counterpoint to make it sound very spacious. All right. and I'll explain to you exactly what that is. I'm gonna put in the notes, and either I'm putting it on the triad, or I can put them in between, and regardless is gonna sound good. Now, the difference between putting them on the triad and in between the triad, like here, is that on the triad is gonna sound very resolved. Okay, it's gonna sound like with a resolution because it's on the perfect triad. In between, it's gonna sound a bit darker and it's gonna create a bit more tension. This is the way I see it. So, okay, you see, I started on G and this started on G. Now, counterpoint is when you have two notes playing at the same time, but they're not the same note. So the way I should do this right now is put it on the C because I have the G here, and we're not gonna count the root notes. They're just like lower there. So if I have this on C, or even D sharp, let's see. Let's find out the best melody. Okay, so we have C here, G here, D sharp, F, and then G and D. Let's see. And then I could do something. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and let's see here again. We have F, right? F, A sharp, D sharp, and C. So right now you're creating more harmony, and it just sounds more spacious instead of hitting the same notes. All right, we're gonna double this up. Command B. And you see here, we're gonna change it. We're gonna go here now because we're hitting C here instead of G. So I just want to create some counterpoint, harmony. And then we're gonna change here. Maybe put this, let's see, this is C. That sounds pretty good. So this is a D. Let's zoom in a bit. D, C, A sharp, G sharp. Okay, they're not hitting. Let's see if it's nice. Just want some more resolution at the end. Yeah, I think this is it, and it's not hitting. So this is all perfect counterpoint. Now, another trick to make your melody sound more complex, just delay this a bit, and it's gonna sound like a pluck. Like if it's played by a real piano player. Because it's not perfectly on grid. Okay? Oh, you know what? We're gonna grab everything. Maybe not the root notes, just all of this. We're gonna let this play. We're gonna go right here in the tools, humanize. Maybe the velocity range, change it a bit. Just so it's played differently. And you know what? We can play with the start range too. Start time offset. Oof. Sounds like drops of water now. It's like imperfect. Alright, let's make sure everything's good. You see, like when these are overlapping, I just want to make sure they're not, because the sound stops. Let's grab something else. Live keyboardist, no. Let's go in the classic digital. Why not? Let's go in the keyboards. All. Gonna grab anything here. Gonna grab this piano. Put it here. So right now I'm looking for something to layer on top of this other piano. But you know what? I'm looking for something else, more like this. Woo! Wow, this is nice. This is crazy, this is crazy. Just gonna put in some drums and then add pads and stuff like that. Maybe a lead too. Okay, I'm gonna put this in. Just gonna use this note and then figure it out. Okay, just putting the rhythm in. Start with the 808s just because I feel like it's another melodic instrument, you know? Putting this on the root notes. Gonna keep the drum simple just to keep it going. Also gonna add a high pass filter on the instruments. And a kick right here. your stuff to sound more complex too. Like use that chord progression map that I put together for you guys. It's going to be in the description or in the comments. But then try to go in between those triads, and your melodies are going to sound more complex, more complicated, because you're creating complex chords essentially when you're going in between, you know, if you're doing these types of chords like that, you know, or melodies, passing tones, neighbor tones. Something like this. Okay, step, quantize. Okay, that's pretty good. Let me put this up. You know what? Let me put this. It's less invasive. Yeah. Sounds great. Okay, perfect. Make a quick drop. Okay. Piano. Trying to make something very quick for you guys. You guys get the idea? Yeah, let me know what you guys think.